This'll make for a perfect warm-up. Blood for blood, Dodoria. You hear me? Just try me, Saiyan. Take this! Take this! Start 'em! Time to die! Ah! Pathetic! Time to die!
And oh shit, I accidentally picked the custom Dodoria. I had a brain goof and totally forgot that there was a custom version of him. I was literally just like looking at his face. I wasn't looking at anything else, and I just saw the scouter and decided to pick him. Anyways, here we are. This is Bardock's first preset. Bardock has a pretty basic moveset here. First, let's go over his basic strings. I really enjoy his basic strings. He's one of the only two characters, to my knowledge, that has a infinite. If you get them on the ground and just constantly do their light string, it's him and Vegito Blue. They are the only two, as you saw here. No other character exists with these infinites if they're on the ground purely like this, as you saw. You can even combo that into combo strings too, so make sure you knock them down to the ground. You can maybe do an infinite combo. I mean, realistically, this is something you can only really do to show off. There's no actual competitive gameplay side to this, really. Other than stamina breaking them and doing a combo over and over and over again, and maybe ending over just before they regain stamina. Anyways. I like that Bardock adds some type of shockwave to his light combo. It's very rare that we see characters actually use blasts or any type of key attack in their basic strings, or in their combos, especially for a base game. Especially for a Xenoverse 1 character. He's the only Xenoverse 1 character to do this, by the way. Because yes, we are dealing with another Xenoverse 1 baby. Well, at least for the most part, so, you know. His heavy string genuinely reminds me of his Avenger Assault attack from the Tenkaichi series. I think that's where they pulled it from. It also just reminds me of stuff that Bardock did anyways in Bardock, the father of Goku. His combos, sometimes they feel really, like, disconnected to me. I'm not a big fan of his combos, light or heavy, all that much. I feel like there's some type of disconnect that I'm not just getting here. And let me know, does anyone else feel this odd disconnect of, like, Bardock's combos? Like, they don't really hit or something? I think it's just the way he's designed. And now we have his Dragon Throw. There are so many characters in this game that have a variant of Goku's Dragon Throw. Jiren, Ginyu. There's not really a reason for it. I would have much rather this be what he kind of like does to Chilled, where he grabs him, slams him around, and then punches him away. That could have been a cool grab, especially since Bardock does have Super Saiyan in both XV1 and XV2. This preset is, I think, just meant to be the like early non-damaged version of Bardock, for obvious reasons. We will be skipping the preset 2 or 3 though before doing anything else. Meteor Crash again. This is fine. It's a stock move, but it's the best stock move besides Consecutive Energy Blast. So I'm glad that he has it. And Bardock didn't really do anything, although, well, actually, he does do stuff against the Frieza soldiers, and he does do stuff against Dodoria. Personally, I would have made this so he jumps back and then fires a one-handed blast. So basically, his Raging Blast 2 signature, this is something that Bardock does do to the Frieza soldiers, though. Tyrant Lancer is one of my favorite moves in the game. It is one of my favorite key moves. Bardock has a badass pose. He fires it one-handed. It is strong. It looks cool. Very, very good key move in general. I will highly praise this move. It's very dependable, very powerful, and I do enjoy me it. I believe Bardock actually does do this blast. I don't believe this was based on his Chilled attack, although I have a feeling that it is. I've always considered this to be the Chilled attack for Xenoverse. Because that's what it reminds me of, because I don't remember Bardock firing a beam like this in Father of Goku, but I do remember him doing it in episode of Bardock, and it would track since, well, it kind of tracks, but at the same time, Bardock in other games like that, like the Tenkaichi series, has always had a blue energy beam that's fired one-handed. So I think this is just given the name of the Chilled attack, and that's obviously where they pulled the Chilled attack from for episode of Bardock, or at least in my opinion, that's probably where they pulled it from. Super Guard, that's fine. I would have rather like maybe call like the move Shock Wall. He puts his hand out and fires a wall of shockwaves at the foe. Could be cool to reference how he does Kai his allies' bodies when getting hit by Dodoria. Now, full power energy wave, I understand why this is here, but maybe you could have given him a cinematic melee move. I mean, they changed his attack. I'm pretty sure Bardock had Saiyan Spirit in this for this version in Xenoverse 1, so they changed it. So why couldn't you have made some type of attack? I'll call it like Rebellion Strike or something. Make it the move he does on the Frieza soldiers when fighting Dodoria. I'm pretty sure that's meant to be Revenger Assault, but yeah, it is. But you know, you could make that another ultimate for him. I wouldn't mind if that was an ultimate. It makes sense for that to be a ultimate. I mean, they did finally do it though, so there's that, and did actually make it an ultimate. So there you are. But yeah, anyways, Bardock. First preset, not bad, but definitely could have done better, and definitely could have referenced the movie way better. Okay, it looks like we're just gonna look at this stupid red screen. Anyways.
Time to die!
Here is the final moveset. Well, okay, this isn't the final moveset, but here is the final preset of Bardock, the father of Goku, this version of Bardock. This is obviously the last stand of Frieza in his whole ripped outfit. Rebellion Spear is literally just a move that he actually does do Rebellion Spear in this game, but it is also one of the charges when Bardock makes his suicide run against Frieza and his army. Bardock barrels into a bunch of Frieza soldiers, murdering them instantly with a single hit. And he does this multiple times, ignoring their blasts and everything else. That is what Rebellion Spear is. Rebellion Spear also gets stronger and shorter the lower the health you have. So if you're at 1 HP, it'll be the fastest it can be and do the most damage it possibly can do with your stats. I like that he glows orange, although I still think maybe it should have been blue or something, but the orange is a nice touch. It makes him look like he's on fire. Although I'm not a big fan of Rebellion Spear because of how it works. It's commonly one of my least favorite, and probably is my least favorite strike super in the entire game, just because of this. I don't think this version of Bardock should have consecutive energy blast. He should have Tyrant Lancer as one of his many moves. Makes way more sense to me, personally. And now we have Riot Javelin, or I will be calling it Final Spirit Cannon. This was Bardock's ultimate in most of the other games. The only time this wasn't in a ultimate was in, like, Budokai, where Final Spirit Cannon was one of his supers. In Xenoverse, it does return as a super, which honestly doesn't make sense to me. I do wish that he had it as a ultimate, or like a ultimate version of it, but this also works. And also, yes, Riot Javelin, or Final Spirit Cannon, just like Rebellion Spear, gets way stronger the more lower health you are. It also gets bigger. I do like the way Bardock throws it. It feels comparatively pretty weak until you take damage and it you know, actually hits the opponent. It's fine. It's really rare that we get a Ki Blast like this, so I don't really mind it. It could be worse. It's not bad at all. Now, Saiyan Spirit is actually kind of a abridged version of his Budokai 3 ultimate, where you see Bardock mention his dead allies like Fasha, Shugash, and Tora. He then gets angry, powers up, barrages the opponent, charges his Twister Ki, and then punches them down with a giant blast following. Xenoverse does this thing where he gets this nice ring, has a cool sound effect, he punches the opponent, and then fires a blast. It's pretty much Saiyan Spirit, but without the cinematics, which again is fine by me. I don't really mind it. It's fine. I do prefer Brave Heat though, but Saiyan Spirit is a cool move. It is exclusive to Saiyans. This is the only Saiyan exclusive ultimate, by the way. There aren't many races that have exclusive ultimates. It's really only Majins, Nameks, and Saiyans. Humans and Arcosians do not have exclusive ultimates. I do wish that maybe we saw like a Great Ape or something behind him to show that he's channeling the Saiyan spirit, or like his dead allies or something within the ring, and they then fade into the blast. Overall, it's a really cool ultimate, although I understand why it's here, not on his first preset. Even though I do think it makes more sense to give it to him in his first preset and having Final Spirit Cannon be the ultimate here, since this is the final thing that he does. But again, I'm not gonna complain because I do like Saiyan Spirit, so it kind of evens out pretty much. And here we have his episode of Bardock Moveset. There's no Chilled in this game. He doesn't even have a Super Soul. No outfit, no nothing that even belongs to Chilled. Unlike something like Girin, who has Go-Go Gum. Or Nom's Cross-Arm Dive. Two characters that are not in this game, I believe, have Super Souls. Okay, yeah. Girin got a Super Soul. I know Nom got a Super Soul at some point in the later update. But there's no Super Soul, no outfit, no attacks. Even tingely related to Chilled, by the way. With that being said, though, right? We're gonna talk about it. First of all, Meteor Crash, I really don't think should be here. They gave him a stock move when he could have had a grab. And this wouldn't be the first time we've had grab supers. Z Broly, the same game that Super Saiyan Bardock was introduced in, had a grab. There's also the drain moves. Bardock should have had a move where he grabs the opponent and spins them around and slamming them around before releasing them and makes them go flying. Talent Rancer, again, is okay. I don't mind it being here. Bardock is the only character that have Super After Image as a attack. I really like Super After Image. However, he probably shouldn't have it, but I don't mind him having it. It's okay. Brave Heat is a Xenoverse exclusive move, I'm pretty sure. It's basically a highly better version of Saiyan Spirit. Bardock covers his hand in Burning Ki, punches the opponent, jumps up, and then fires a Burning Yellow Blast. Basically a Super Saiyan variant of his Saiyan Spirit. I don't know why they didn't just call this Super Saiyan Spirit or something. This is also a Xenoverse 2 exclusive move. Xenoverse 1 didn't have this. He just had Saiyan Spirit in his Super Saiyan preset. With that being said, though, Brave Heat's actually one of my favorite ultimates in the game, and if you've seen any of my roleplay videos, the bloopers / fights in that, I use Brave Heat a lot on my main character, Crimson. Actually, it's part of my moveset. And as you guys know, I have actually revealed 2 moves that I do use, Bending in ×10. Brave Heat is my first ultimate attack, actually. Well, it's my triangle attack. Because that's where I believe you should always put Brave Heat. With that being mentioned, though, yeah, it's a really good move. I also personally would have given him a super or a ultimate version of Talent Lancer called Super Talent Lancer, where he fires it similarly to the way he fired it in Battle of Z. Or you could have given him a totally brand new ultimate, where he rushes the opponent, barrages them, spins them around, and then fires a blast, similar to Lord Slug's Darkness Rush. That could have been a cool move to see. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it. And now it's time for the final characters, that being his Timebreaker variant, his Festival variant, and then we're done for a good while. Maybe, possibly, we'll find out.
All right, scum. Bring it! Take this!
And here we are with Super Saiyan 2 and 3 Bardock. Woo! Bardock's gonna be one long hell of a video. Not as long as Goku, but he's probably gonna rival something like Kid Gohan and freaking Vegeta, who are some of the longest ones here. Anyways, the whole reason I did a whole nother segment for Bardock to show him off is because I consider this Bardock to specifically be Timebreaker Bardock, and I really wish that they gave him this preset in his Masked Saiyan preset and just called him Timebreaker Bardock to make it easy. Super Saiyan 2 Bardock and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock are two what-if characters that have never been in any games besides Heroes. And at that, this will probably be Bardock's only ever mainline appearance where he's a Super Saiyan 2, let alone a Super Saiyan 3. I can maybe see Super Saiyan 3 Bardock coming back in a future installment of a series, maybe, possibly DBX3, possible Sparking Zero, who knows? But I can also see them axing Super Saiyan 2 totally, since the mainline modern era of the series forgets that Super Saiyan 2 exists unless your name is Vegeta. And the only reason that they probably say Super Saiyan 2 exists for Vegeta is because he doesn't have 3. He has Ultra Vegeta 1, which isn't Super Saiyan 3. Anyways, this preset literally has nothing new except for Super Ki Explosion, which maybe I should have actually hit with base Bardock first. So you know what? Let's do it now just so I can say that I completed everything for this character. And it's a fine move. I used to originally see this move as Timebreaker Bardock or Masked Saiyan's attack, since no other character besides him had it during the base game. It was only later that it was added to Android 16. It's a okay move again. It's actually one of my favorite ultimates, and the ultimate that I used for quite a long time. I like it. I've already kind of gone over it, so I don't really have much to add to it. I do think that this version of Bardock should have had totally brand new moves. Either moves from older games that, well, Xenoverse didn't originally cover in the first 3 presets, moves from Heroes, or just made up moves to make this Bardock really feel special. This Bardock you get for, he's literally a secret preset. You have to collect all of the time eggs to get him. And it's cool, but I would have loved to see like a Limit Breaker Saiyan Spirit, or, I don't know, Super Saiyan Spirit, or something like it. You know, give this man a fully realized moveset and call it a day. I am going to bring this up when I go over Masked Saiyan / normal Timebreaker Bardock, who I will be referring to as Timebreaker Bardock in that video. Let's say the Masked Saiyan, just because I think Masked Saiyan is stupid. I understand why they did it, but come on, he's wearing the Timebreaker Bardock outfit. Everybody knew that this was Timebreaker Bardock. He has a Timebreaker mask and everything. The only addition of Heroes characters that we will ever get in a mainline modern Dragon Ball game. You will never see Heroes content again, maybe because they've done a kill it. With that being mentioned, though, yeah, he's fine. Basically, this is just the definitive Bardock if you don't want to play with, the custom variant. And I still consider this to be, besides the custom variant, the best version of Bardock. The custom variant, though, is superior, though. I will say that, at least.
Hey, what's wrong? Here! I'm through playing games! Hey, what's wrong? Here!
And here we are, Bardock's final preset. Holy crap. I've literally been recording this for 3 hours, mainly because I was doing stuff in the background, but anyways, this is his newest festival preset. And in the last festival character. I have seen that, yeah, we do have data mines for Golden Frieza, Omega, and Baby, and I'm hoping that I have Omega and Baby done before that, which means I would have to revisit this game if I haven't finished it already. We'll see. We're nowhere even near Super yet, because we have a fuck ton of movies to get to. Literally all the movies, not only for this game, but for SZ as well. Also, yes, I know, I'm recording this, and I haven't done the custom Gohans. I had a glance of judgment and forgot about it, so the next time I do a Xenoverse one, I'll be doing Gohan and the custom Vegetas. So, don't worry about that. Anywho, though, this attack is, they finally added in Vengeance Assault or Revenge Assault, or whatever. Each game kind of calls it something different. But they finally added it in, and also made it a little bit different by adding in a whole combo where he turns Super Saiyan and fires the Riot Javelin. This version doesn't have Super Saiyan, so it's similar to the Teen Gohan preset that has a Quiet Rage / Violent Flash. And I like it. My only issue, though, is it feels like the hits that Bardock does when he says, or like, can you take this, or are you alright? I forget what he says. But they don't connect with the opponent at all. There's the sound effect of him hitting air, and they haven't fixed this. I don't know if this is meant to be this way or not, but it's kind of lame because it kind of ruins the whole thing. And this is a pretty cool ultimate. It's an ultimate that has a cutscene that I don't think you can get out of. All of the moves in this festival have actually been really good. This is still a really good festival move, don't get me wrong. And I think it's cool, but I do think that it could use some work, and I definitely think that they should patch it. They did do a Xenoverse update yesterday, but they didn't fix this move. I was hoping that this would have been in one of the bug fixes, but they still haven't fixed it, unfortunately. Which, yes, does tank how much this attack works, because if the attack doesn't land, or parts of it don't land, that does affect how much how cool it is. It's still a cool ultimate. Again, wish we could get it for our characters, but we have lazy-ass devs. Oh, anyways, Bardock! He's a high B character. And the reason I say this is his combos feel a little clunky. Even his light string, even though I like it, feels a little bit clunky because of, like, the teleports and stuff. I always feel like teleports in this game feel a little bit clunky for character movesets. And he only has a few moves that are his own, despite Bardock having more than enough content through the years to actually have all of his movesets have unique stuff. He's B, which is good, by the way, so he's a good character, but he's not A, he's not great, and he's not S, he's not a perfect character / one of my favorite characters. Although, I will say, Brave Heat is a S tier, top tier ultimate. Everybody, use Brave Heat. Everybody slept on this move, and I was using it, and then suddenly other people started to use it. Man, don't slacken. Use Brave Heat. Before DBX3 ruins it, use Brave Heat.